In the previous verse we discussed that establishing relationship, satro, mitre, putre, bandhu. So after discussing in details related to relationship, we also discussed this present verse, kamam, krodham, lobham, moham, tyaktvatmanam pashyati soham, atmajnana vihina mudhaha, te pachyante naraka niguraha. So the clue is being given very carefully. That time you are a deluded person. That time there is a confusion in you. When you are losing sight of yourself. Because the moment you start losing sight yourself and you start giving importance to what you have rather who you are, slowly the confusion starts building up. So once this confusion starts building up, then it gains a momentum. So once it gains a momentum, then you are caught in that momentum. And once you are caught in that momentum, that becomes reality for you. This is how happens life. You know the beautiful story about this Mullah Nasruddin. One day he was writing because he was working to write a book, but the children were playing and creating a lot of disturbance. So he requested his wife, okay, will you please go and tell the children, look, just to keep quiet, let them play, do whatever, but let them not disturb me because I am writing something very important. And of course wife tried her best, nothing happened. Children in fact made more and more noise when they got a chance to make more noise. And as usual this Mullah got so angry. He said, look, you are good for nothing. You do not know how to make children keep quiet. What sort of lady you are? Because you know when you are frustrated, so you have to pour out your frustration somewhere. And where to pour out? Whom you consider is closer, nearer. You understand? Whom you consider as closer, nearer, dearer. So you have to pour out there. How? So whatever he wanted to pour out. And of course, when he started pouring out, lady could not keep quiet. Okay, I want to see how you can manage these children. Let me see. You know how to scold me. Let me see how you will manage it. And of course his manly ego was challenged. So he did not know what to do. But already he has put himself in trouble. Okay, he went. How to handle? It's a big challenge. Suddenly one idea came to him. He said, look, our end of the village, the rich man is there? Yes. Children said, yes. Actually, now that rich man is distributing one sweet and along with that one gold coin. And remember, fast come, fast serve. The moment he said this much, now what happens? Now children, stopped playing because for them two targets, not only they will get sweet, also gold coin, so that they can exchange, they can do whatever they want. So everybody started running. Then like when they were about to run, now wife said, what happened? Look how smart I am. No, really, is that person distributing? No, I just told a lie so that I can get rid of them. Now at least for half an hour, they will not get back. So wife said, okay, let us see. Then after 10 minutes, when like almost everybody left, now Mullah was about to run. Then wife asked, hey, what is happening? What are you doing? No, I am going to that rich man's house. No, for what? No, because he is distributing this, this sweet and gold coin. Hey, no, all the children have gone. Yeah, you only told the lie to get rid of them. Who knows? Maybe they are distributing. Maybe he is distributing because all the children have gone. That is the truth. Imagine, I will lose. Now I know how to, walk faster, run faster. I will reach faster than them. And in fact, Mullah started running and reached there first. Just observe yourself. Do we do the same thing or not? We create the trap for us. Or you can say, we tell a lie to ourselves. Then after that, what happens? We are affected by our own lies. In fact, we are first convicted. Unless and until I am being convicted by my lies, I cannot convict anybody with my lies either. We say, exactly, it is like, matchstick. A matchstick, before trying to burn anything, remember, the matchstick, before trying to burn anything, first it has to be burnt. Unless it is burnt, it cannot burn. In fact, you buy that matchstick which burns very well, remember. And that matchstick is in big demand. However, here, in life, we have this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, which is natural, nothing wrong in it. Sometimes we create, sometimes it happens both ways. When we create, maybe we'll be able to easily to manage. But when it happens or it is created by itself without my knowledge, definitely I'll not be able to handle those kama, krodha, lobha, moha. That's why what you need to do, you need to be consciously aware of the situation. Don't allow the mind to take over you at any given moment. The moment mind starts taking over you, there you have to apply your brake called viveka. Because if you do not do this, remember, the mind will start moving in a very high speed and only accident will happen, nothing else. That's why kamam krodham, we have seen it. That's why kamam krodham lobham moham tyaktva, you need to grow out of it. Need to see that God. You need to bring the God, the totality in you. That's why the more you accommodate bigger things, smaller things gets dropped. Don't waste your time working on this kama, krodha, lobha, moha. This is another way of doing it. It's like, when a person is tuned to the totality, automatically small things will fall down. It is very simple. Both the hands can hold few things. So if you want to make this hand free, please understand. Now what you need to do, because you have to understand the limitation of your hand and limitations of yourself. Number one, if you do not know the limitations of yourself, but only you know limitation of hand, like for example, your hand is paralytic, you understand? You know the limitation of hand. Then what happens? You want to grab everything, but everything falls down. Whereas if you know your limitations and limitations of hand, please understand, your hand will be always free. At the same time, whenever you want to pick up anything, you want to really keep your hand useful, you can make it useful. That's why in life, when the God comes in your life, you understand the limitations of yourself, means the likes and dislikes, whatever you have, and limitations of everything. And then what happens? He says beautifully, Atma Jnana Vihina, when you don't have your knowledge about yourself, if you have a false notion about yourself, if you believe in what you believe in, remember this is the most important aspect. If you believe in what you believe in, you are destroyed. Because everybody tries to push their thoughts in us to make us believe. Started by parents, then education system, of course religious system. Everybody try to make you to believe something or other. Believe and disbelieve, believe and disbelieve. But nobody taught us how to believe, please understand. What to believe and what not to believe. Everybody taught us, you have to believe this, you have to believe that. This is good, that is good. But how to believe? How to develop that? Nobody teaches us. In fact, everybody imposes on us. That's why you need the self-knowledge. And with the self-knowledge, what happens? If you do not have self-knowledge, of course you are deluded. That is what we stopped. Then what will happen? He said, Naraka nigudha santaha pachyante. That person will get cooked. Literally will get cooked. Where? In the Naraka, in the hell. Okay? So what is that? When you are in delusion, when there is a confusion, what happens? Does the smoke come out or not? Through the ears, sometimes through the eyes, which through the cry, and of course with the nose. Every way it comes out, you understand? Like if you put the pressure cooker on a stove with water and all whatnot, then what happens? The moment you start cooking, then wherever there is little bit leakage or wherever there is little bit hole or something, now all these things, smoke and fume or steam or whatnot, comes out or not. Same thing also, when there is a confusion in you, have you not observed? Smokes through all the doors, comes out or not. And imagine, more than confusion is delusion. Because confusion happens once in a while. Delusion means what? You know, same monogram player, you know, understand the old record. One line, come back. One line, come back. One line, come back. Never jumps. That's called delusion. Where you are stuck, there you are stuck. You cannot. Unless somebody, you know, physically lifts you. That's why, please understand, don't cook yourself. Please. Never ever cook yourself. But if you love to cook yourself, please cook, but at least your whistle sound and also the steam should not affect others. You understand? You cook, nothing wrong in it. Please cook yourself. But make sure your whistle sound, because I am giving the example of the cooker, okay? And that Indian cooker. Of course, all other cooker also same thing. So, make sure that whistle sound should not affect and the steam that comes out should not affect others. Please keep cooking. Then what to do? If this is the case, what to do now? You need to develop few qualities. Another disciple talks. Let us read. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, gēyaṃ gītā-nāmasahasraṃ, dēyaṃ śrīpati-rūpamajasram, nēyaṃ sajjana-saṅgē chittaṃ, dēyaṃ dīnajanāya vittam. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Says beautifully, if this is the case, if you are always cooking yourself and you are very capable of cooking yourself, okay, because this is your habitual error and you love it, and if that doesn't happen, something is wrong with you, you understand? There are people I know, they love to cook themselves, okay? And the worst part is when they cook themselves, they want others should support and others should, yeah, your cooking is best, you understand? You are in a perfect situation, you are in a perfect soup, okay? However, says that if this is the case, what is to be done? He says, gītā-nāmasahasraṃ gēyaṃ. Says that what you need to do is, here, if you are cooking yourself habitually, how to manage this self-cooking, how to overcome? You need to do some parayana. So parayana means chanting something regularly without any failure. without any fail, without any compromise. Because mind keeps chatting. Mind will keep repeating. So when mind starts chatting or mind starts repeating, what you need to do here is, when here he gives these 2 points, he says, Gīta and Sahasranama. Bhagavad Gita can be do the Parayana, and Sahasranama, 1000 name of any favorite deity. That's why in keeping with that we have taken up this Lalita Sahasranama. So contextually, that's why I thought of, to start this. So here he says, when you start doing Parayana, beautiful thing happens. He starts with Bhagavad Gita. Because when you start chanting Bhagavad Gita, remember, Bhagavad Gita is called Moksha Shastra. Remember, this is a beautiful point to understand. It is not a religious text. Unfortunately, this Max Muller group destroyed again. Because every religion has got a religious text. Christianity Bible, Islam Quran, Buddhism Tripitaka and whatnot. So then what happens? For Hinduism there has to be a book. So what is that book? So which is widely accepted, and of course there are jokers to promote. So Bhagavad Gita is a religious text. Please understand, Bhagavad Gita is not the religious text of Hinduism at all. One has to be very clear and careful. The reason is why Bhagavad Gita is not a religious text. That's why I am really against of Indian stupid so-called constitution now. That in the in the court they have to bring this Bhagavad Gita by touching that whatever I say I am going to tell truth. It's wrong. Because Bhagavad Gita is a moksha shastra. It is not a dharma shastra. Bible can be called as a dharma shastra. We have a Manu Samhita. If there's a Manu Samhita is a religious text for Hindus, I can accept it. Because not the Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita being moksha shastra. Moksha shastra means gives liberation, freedom. Remember this. The text of liberation. It is not unlike any other religious text. The Bible doesn't give you liberation. It sends you somewhere if you believe in it, okay? Quran does not give you liberation. It sends you somewhere. No religious text you liberation. In fact, Bhagavad Gita teaches you that you are liberated by itself. There is no death for you. There is no birth. Neither you are born nor you are going to die. So being moksha shastra, that's the most important aspect. So when you do parayana without understanding also, you keep chanting. When you keep chanting, suddenly one day you will start asking question, what does it mean? So by chanting itself, you will get the benefit of chanting. And once you keep chanting, also you will start asking question, hey, what does it mean? What does it talk? Every day I am chanting left, right. What does it mean? Then one day you will be interested to know what is the meaning. And when you understand the meaning behind it, you understand you are liberation itself. What you are looking for, in fact, you are that. So that's why it says, gēyaṃ Bhagavad Gita. If you want to do parayana, do the parayana of this is moksha shastra. That's why we have parayana of Upanishads. We do parayana. And which really takes care of many problems in life. We say when you are going through emotional turmoil, just for 7 days do parayana. Don't talk to anybody. Just, one time have food or only fruits. 7 days don't move from the home. Take up some text. Keep chanting it. For 7 days you will see a big difference in you. That emotional growth. The astral pounding, I would rather say, will happen without your knowledge. And second thing he says, Sahasranama, thousands name of deities. Interestingly, when we say thousands name of deities, depends upon whichever is your favorite deity, Ishta Devata. When we talk about 1,000 names of deities, please understand, like we never say that our God is a savior. Okay, you understand? If God is become savior, then what happens? I have to look down myself. For example, when we say in Lalita Sahasrama starts with Om Sri Mata Sri Maharagi, just introducing, okay? Sri Mata Sri Maharagi Srimat Simhasaneswari. Starts with Sri Mata, you are the mother of wealth. Sri stands for many things, don't worry. Not only wealth, Sri stands for whatever you want, that is called Sri. So you are the mother of Sri. So the moment you say you are the mother of Sri, what does it mean? Yes, of course, mother, when you have wealth, automatically some wealth also comes to me, you understand? You don't have to ask for, oh mother, give me. You are the embodiment of the wealth. My salutation, my prostration to you, who is the embodiment of Sri, the prosperity. So automatically it comes to me. So when we chant 1,000 names, which highlights each aspect of our emotional need, remember, when we look at ourselves, sorry, I'm extremely sorry. So when we look at ourselves, we have different types of need. And if that need is not being addressed physically, and of course mentally, definitely we go crazy. That is how all sort of problem happens in our day-to-day life. Now we take the help of this Sahasranama. Through Sahasranama, we try to address our emotional need in astrally. Neither physically nor mentally, but astrally. And it does amazing job. So when you address your emotional need astrally, whether physically is being fulfilled or mentally is being fulfilled or not, it makes no difference, number one. And interestingly, when you take care of astrally or when you fulfill astrally, when you address astrally, automatically both mentally and physically gets fulfilled. It happens. That's why this Sahasranama Parayana is very important, in fact, part of it. In fact, I would like to say every Friday we should start. Because once you start picking up, doesn't matter, every Friday we'll start picking up and chanting. Doesn't matter, it takes 35 minutes maximum, 30 minutes in fact. It becomes habit. So here he says, let me not stretch too much. So Bhagavad Gita means gītā-nāmasahasraṃ gēyaṃ, and he says ajasram śrīpati-rūpam dhyēyaṃ iti. So what you need to do? Sorry. You need to dwell upon śrīpati. Again, always goes along with the Sri, okay? Śrīpati means Viṣṇu. The Pati means the, let us say, Lord of Lakshmi. Because deep within, always you need Lakshmi, prosperity, you understand? Everything, we say, everything leads to prosperity. So now you need to dwell upon what? That you need to meditate upon that too, always the Lord of Lakshmi. Because, why? Because mind always wants to get occupied somewhere or other. Remember this. The job of the mind is to get occupied. If you do not occupy your mind, don't worry, mind will occupy you. And that is what happens all the time. interestingly, mind gets occupied there where it finds interest. When I say where it finds interest, where it is not being challenged. Mind gets occupied there where it is not being challenged, means feels that I am safe. You understand? Now here he says, bring the God. And especially Lord Viṣṇu. Why Lord Viṣṇu is being highlighted? Because Lord Viṣṇu happens to be the manager, you understand? Sustainer of this universe. And it's not a joke to be a manager, you understand? So what is a manager? The one who pretends that he or she is managing everything, doing nothing. You understand? Because if you do something, you cannot be manager. What a big boss says, yes. What the colleague says, yes. Everybody says yes. In fact, a manager doesn't have any voice. If a manager has a single voice, that person cannot be manager next moment. Out. This much I have understood. Being with managers, okay? They cannot have voice. But they pretend, means they carry themselves. They are the decision maker. Managers are the decision maker. In reality, managers never make any, any decision. Only they make mistakes. Even without their, remember. They only blame the mistake, okay? Whoever does, yes. This manager must have done the mistake. Yes. If staff does something wrong, who is responsible? Of course, manager. If the higher authorities does any mistake, who is responsible? Manager. Coming back here. Lord Viṣṇu being the sustainer of this universe. Imagine in your house if you manage, how difficult it is. And if you have 5 to 10 people working under you or 50 people working under you, how painful is it? And imagine this universe. Different type of people, different type of religious problem, including this corona, and there are different type of devils, you understand? Even if you want to accommodate devils, some people say, no, devils cannot be accommodated. You have to allow them to be separated, you understand? What a confusion, you cannot think of. That means, when you start dwelling upon something, which is great, who is great, definitely, you will start imbibing those qualities to manage your life in a better way. That's why associate or dwell upon that which will give you strength, not which will make you feel stronger. Do you see the difference? Dwell upon that. Associate there. Which will give you strength, not which will make you to feel that you are stronger. But inevitably you do the next one, the last one. You associate yourself there where you feel stronger. Means you associate yourself with lower than you. You understand? So the moment you associate yourself lower than you, your ego, your mind is being boosted. So you feel stronger, but you never gain strength. If you feel stronger, how long will you feel stronger? You cannot tell lie to yourself for a long time. That's why dwell upon, associate with somewhere, with someone where you gain the strength. And the ultimate strength is what? The Lord Viṣṇu. And then says, sajjana-saṅgē chittaṃ nēyaṃ. Not only that, what you need to do is make sure your mind is always dragged, literally dragged, towards good people. Your mind is led towards good people, not those who, boost your ego. Those who encourage your likes and dislikes. Because when you start taking your mind towards good people, automatically you will have strength to see what is wrong in you. And more you see what is wrong in you, the more you become free from yourself. and that is called strength. The problem is you don't have strength or ability to see what is wrong in you. Only when you are associated with good people, or when your mind is leading towards good people, then only you will be able to see the limitations of your thinking. Then only you will be able to see where you are wrong. And of course, then what you need to do? Dīnajanāya ca vittam dēyaṃ. Help to the needy. And vittam here is wealth. Distribute wealth to the needy. Here he says, when it says wealth, whatever you have. Means don't hold on to your insecurity, thinking that security. Because in life we see, the more we hold on to, the more we are insecure. And interestingly, if you observe, mind should not calculate. Mind should not waste thinking, how many numbers I have, what is the figure. Because always I look, please understand, it's a very beautiful point to observe. I think I'll take 2 more minutes, okay? No, we'll stop it because there is next class, okay? So, okay, thank you all of you. Again, we'll catch up, okay? Please close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.